Hello and welcome back to another coffee tasting video. Before we get started, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're alerted anytime I drop a new video, which is every Tuesday. A big shout out and thank you to my current Patreon supporters. If you would like to support the channel, you can join us over at patreon.com/IPON70. It's the same as the YouTube channel. And donate there. Oh, we're back to the Vertuo Line this week, and with a viewer requested one, Decaffeinato. Let's take a look at what they have to say. The aromatic profile, the low temperature and medium flow delivers a delicious, rounded, and smooth decaffeinated coffee. So we're looking for delicious, rounded, smooth. Sounds pretty good. Sounds like a good evening coffee, which is most likely when you would want a decaf. Maybe you're having something sweet, an ice cream or a cake or pie or something. You want coffee, but you don't want to be up till 1 in the morning. Let's take a look at what else they say. Round and malty. Created from Costa Rican and South American Arabicas, the Decaffeinato blend is deliciously rounded and smooth. This coffee is rich in flavor with generous malted and cereal notes. Generous. They gave us a little extra in the box because they're generous with their malted and cereal notes. So I should be able to pick up on the cereal notes because you know that doesn't happen very often. Let's see what they're saying also here. The addition of milk establishes a new balance of flavors, releasing notes reminiscent of fresh nuts. So, rounded, malty, smooth, and then generous malty cereal notes. But if we stick milk in it, we're going to taste fresh nuts. Interesting. It's an intensity of 6. It's going to be our standard pour, so 7.77 ounces. Let's take a look at the pod in the box here. All the pods look remarkably good. Are we going to end up with not a single damaged... Wow, not a single damaged pod. That's your pod right there. It's kind of a dark, almost, I would almost describe it as a, like a cherry color, or a candy apple if you were talking about a car paint. Decaffeinato on the back. I'm a huge fan of labeling. Decaffeinato for the Vertuo Line. Let's go brew a cup. Decaffeinato for the Vertuo Line, round 1. Let's get this guy going. We were remarking while it was brewing that it had an awful lot of crema, and yeah, that was the case. Level 6. Oh man, judging from the color, I'm not gonna go there. Level 6, man. I'm thinking this is gonna fall more into a 4. Maybe a 5. Jeez, it's very, smells like a good cup of coffee. Like that smell. Oh well, let's give it a taste. Well, I can't even hardly stir this. I'm just gonna end up making a mess. Not that that hasn't happened before. All right. Decaffeinato for the Vertuo Line. Let's give it a taste. I said it kind of smelled like just a good cup of coffee, and it's not bad. First impression is pretty good. Malted cereal notes. Malt is definitely coming through. In fact, it's got kind of almost a heavy syrupy texture feel to it on your tongue. And then there's something odd in the background that, odd meaning I can't quite pinpoint it. It's not unpleasant. It's just, and it could be the generous malted and cereal notes. It could be that cereal note, but I'm having a hard time placing where the malted note is so up front. It's just like everywhere in the middle, like the whole middle of your tongue, all the way across. It is just there, and it's kind of making it difficult for me to pick apart what the rest of the taste is. There's something else in there, and I don't think well, maybe almost like I almost want to say a barley taste, but then that might be back into those malted notes, but I'm not picking up on the cereal at all. That's not there. Aromatic was pretty close. You get it smells good. It smells like a good cup of coffee. It tastes like a good cup of coffee. Ironically enough, it's not dark. To me, it's got a bit of an acid bite. There's just a little bit of, I'll say, bitter, and the bitter is not associated with a bitter that would be, what do I say, on purpose. It's almost a bitter because of an acid taste. That they say that it's smooth, rounded and smooth, because the malted is pretty in your face. It's right across the tongue. The cereal notes, not so much. Got a bit of an acid aftertaste. Not horribly bad. I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's just kind of an aftertaste that I'm picking up on. I don't know. It's not bad. It's probably not something I would go after. Is a bit odd in the malt taste that I'm picking up in it. It's not a flavor that I'm especially keen to. So for me, the Decaffeinato would be a pass at this point, just because I'm not a huge fan of the acidy portion of it and the malt. The cereal doesn't really come through. So this one, at this point, is a pass. It does tell us to add milk, and that will release notes reminiscent of fresh nuts. I don't know which kind of nuts, but we're going to give it a shot. So Decaffeinato with milk, round 2. Let's go brew another cup. Decaffeinato, round 2. I'm going to get this guy going using a little bit bigger cup. And then for this portion of it, we're going to go just a hair above the spring, which would be approximately 2 ounces. So it's going to be almost dead on at 2 ounces. So for those of you that are using the wand or a different machine, my Russian friends, that is 2 ounces. Let's get it going. We're going to use the normal or lowest setting for froth. The milk just ended frothing. So I wanted to show you here, we were talking about one of the other ones last week. This temps out at 150. So using the wand to heat your milk, you're definitely getting a much hotter. That thing was, I think last week was like 183 or 4, something like that. And this is at 150. That's a substantial difference. So that is definitely getting a lot hotter. Let's add in our 2 ounces of milk here. Ooh. This is a 10-ounce cup. So I figured the 8-ounce pour, or approximately 8-ounce pour, with the 2 ounces of milk. Let's give it a taste. Stir this in just a little bit. All right. Oop, made a mess. Decaffeinato with milk, 2 ounces of milk. Let's give it a taste. Reminiscent of fresh nuts. Okay. I don't think it tastes much different than it did before. The only thing I'm getting more of is the malt portion of it has stepped back a little bit, and whatever that other taste is that was coming through, it's almost got a earthy, woody taste to it, and that might be that cereal note that they were talking about. Yeah, I don't know what that other taste is. I don't think it tastes like a cereal note. I don't taste fresh nuts at all. Sometimes the description's dead on, other times not so much. This is one, not so much. I just kind of wonder. Yeah, this one really, this one's not playing out for me. Oh boy. Let's see what they're doing here. Decaffeinato, it is just their standard line. It's been in the lineup for quite a while. $1.10 a pod. Oh boy. This one's tough. This one's difficult. Okay, here's, if this was just something you were going to drink in the evening, it's got too odd of a flavor for me. I won't throw it into the bad, horrible category. It's just off. It's odd. I don't care for the malty notes in the front, which is kind of across the middle of my tongue. Cereal notes, I don't know. I don't taste cereal notes. I taste something else, almost like a barley type taste. It's a very earthy taste, but I don't associate it with a cereal notes. The milk portion of it, it's not bringing out fresh nuts. It basically just puts the malt a little bit farther back, and whatever that other flavor is coming in the front. Ultimately, for myself, I think this would play out okay if you were eating it. If you were drinking it with something that you were eating that would be sweet. I think this would balance out okay as an evening coffee with something that's sweet. To me, the bite, the acid, the just odd makeup of the flavors just doesn't work for me. So for my opinion on this one, I'm going to say it's a pass. I would give it a maybe if you're serving something sweet with it. An ice cream treat, some kind of a bowl of ice cream, a piece of like chocolate, darker chocolate cake, pie, something like that. Something sweet to kind of offset the weird, acidic, almost tart flavor this has. Well, there it is. That brings us to a close of another video. I thank you again for your time. Please take time to drop a comment down below. You guys have been doing, it seems like it goes in waves. You guys have been really promoting the channel. I don't know where or who is doing it, but a lot of subscribers have come over in the past week. That's awesome. We're all kind of stuck with nothing else to do right now. So, hey, watch some videos, share them out, get your friends in that like coffee also, convert them over to Nespresso. Let's build a better, bigger, faster, tougher, smarter family of coffee drinkers and just have fun with this. If there's something you would like to see, kind of like tonight, we had the viewer request. If there's one that you would like to see with the Vertuo line or original line, drop that down in the comments. I'll do my level best to get it out to you. The contest right now that I talked about on the other video is going to be on hold for just a little bit till things play out a little bit farther. You know what's going on. We don't have to rehash that. I'm going to see how that plays out, or we're just going to go ahead and launch it, and we may just have to delay sending a prize by maybe a week or so that I can order coffee from Nespresso, unless that person chooses something that I have in my back stock or in my back catalog. Then I can get it shipped out. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and if you feel so compelled, please join us over at Patreon. That's patreon.com/IPON70. It's the same as the channel, and support us that way. Until next week, with another viewer requested video, I thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your day.